Happy day, students. So let us discuss today the phenomena of beats. Beats is basically another example of interference, but in this particular case, the two sources are not coherent. The frequencies are nearly equal, but not equal. So what happens whenever there is interference between two waves which are not emitted by the coherent sources at any particular position, the phase keeps on changing with time. And because of that reason, the intensity, which is directly proportional to the phase difference, keeps on changing. So, change in the intensity of the sound at any position is called the phenomena of beats. Okay, again I am saying, when there are two sources of nearly same frequency vibrating at the same time, and due to interference of the two waves emitted by these two sources at any position gives variable intensities. It may vary from maximum intensity to minimum intensity. The phenomena of change in intensity of sound at any position is called beats. Okay, so if suppose I say one source is producing the waves like this, okay, and another source is there which is producing the wave like this. Okay, there may be same amplitude. Just to show them different waves, I have made the less amplitude. Okay, when you are combining them, then what happens? Combining is, you know all that when we are going to interfere, we normally do A equal to the resultant amplitude A1 square plus A2 square plus 2 A1 A2 cos phi. Okay, but when we are showing waves in string, normally we will be doing A1 plus A2 only. So here I am showing A1 plus A2 only. So how it will go? It will go like this. Okay, like this it will go. So the intensity or the amplitude, you can say, changes like this, and then again it increases. Same way here also. Goes in this way, then again increases in the same way. Okay, you can change this like this. Okay, so this is how the intensity changes at a particular position. Can you see that? This is maximum intensity, decreases, becomes 0, again start increasing, becomes maximum over here. So in this way, the intensity keeps on changing. This phenomena is called beats. Okay, mathematically we are going to derive it, and we are going to see in how many times in 1 second there is going to be maximum intensity or minimum intensity, which is called as beat frequency. We are going to see. Now suppose here is source S1 and here is source S2, and there is one point over here where the two waves are from the two sources interfering. Like this, one wave is going here, from here another wave is going. Okay, both have different frequencies. So for this one, if I write one function y1, let's have same amplitude, sine kx minus omega 1t. Not considering the initial phase. Okay, y2 equal to a, again sine kx minus omega 2. You can take this x1 and x2 different also. If we take different, let it be different over here. Now I want to see what is the phase difference between the two. Okay, so delta phi, if you see, we can say k into x2 minus x1 plus omega 1 minus omega 2 into t. But this is fixed. x2 is the position of this point from S2, fixed. S1 gives us x1 as the position of the point, that is also fixed. So this term is fixed. So this is not going to change. But phase is going to change because of this particular thing. Why? Because omega 1 and omega 2 are not equal, and t keeps on changing because t is time. Okay, so they will be meeting here. T equal to 0 also, t equal to 1 also, t equal to 2 also, because this position of the listener is fixed and these two sources are continuously producing sound. Okay, so every time the waves are going to meet at this point. this t keeps on changing, t keeps on increasing, and this being constant. So delta phi keeps on changing because of these two. Suppose omega 1 I say is 300 and omega 2 I say is 250, then it keeps on changing because the difference is 50. And if suppose t equal to 0 I am saying, then it's 0, but at 1 second it becomes 50, at 2 seconds it becomes 100, at 3 seconds it becomes 150. So this keeps on changing, and this only is the reason for difference in intensities at that particular point with the change in time. Okay, so let us calculate. Because of this factor only we are going to see now. So this omega 1 minus omega 2 is causing the change in phase. Okay, so how much change in phase we require if we want to have the maximum intensity at that point? We know that for maximum intensity this delta phi will be 0, 2 pi, 4 pi, and likewise. And who is causing this delta phi over here? Omega 1 minus omega 2 into t. Or if we write this as 2 pi into f1 minus f2 into t. Okay, so let's equate this one with this one. So 2 pi f1 minus f2 into t equal to 0. Okay, for t1 equal to 0. So what are we getting? Here we are getting t1 is equal to 0. Then again 2 pi into f1 minus f2 into t. Now what we can do? What we will use as delta phi? 2 pi. I am going to keep here 2 pi. This gets cancelled. So t2 value that I am getting is 1 by f1 minus f2. Same way, let's go further. Delta phi we are going to keep as 4 pi. So 2 pi into f1 minus f2 equal to 4 pi. This is 2. Then here is time t3. So t3 time we are going to get is 2 by f1 minus f2. Okay, so first maximum intensity we are getting at 0, second maximum intensity we are getting at 1 by f1 minus f2, and third we are getting is 2 by f1 minus f2. Now I am going to find what is the time interval between the maximum intensities, okay, delta t. So what we can do? Delta t, either we can write as t2 minus t1 or we can write as t3 minus t2. So let's see what is t2 minus t1. Now t2 value is 1 by f1 minus f2 and t1 value 0. Here t3 value 2 by f1 minus f2, t1 value 1 by f1 minus f2. So you see that whether you are seeing this one or you are seeing this one, you are getting the same answer. 1 by f1 minus f2 is the value of time interval between two maximum intensities. Now if I want to find what is the frequency of getting maximum intensity, then how to get it? Frequency of getting maximum intensity is only we call as beat frequency. That is only called beat frequency, and that is equal to 1 by time interval. Okay, 1 by time interval is beat frequency and its value is f1 minus f2. Okay, this is beat frequency of what? Getting maximum intensities. Now similar kind of a thing we have to do for minimum intensities also. Let's see. So for minimum intensities, what should be the delta phi value? It should be pi, 3 pi, 5 pi, 7 pi, 9 pi, like that. Okay. And what is this delta phi value? It is omega 1 minus omega 2 into t. Omega 1 minus omega 2 into t, or 2 pi into f1 minus f2 into t. Let's equate that with 3 pi, pi and 5 pi. So first with pi, this is time t1. So this gets cancelled. t1 value is 1 by 2 into f1 minus f2. Okay. Second one, with the 3 pi we are going to equate. Let's see what's coming. 2 pi into f1 minus f2 into t2 equal to 3 pi. Pi again gets cancelled. So t2 value is 3 by 2 f1 minus f2. Okay, let's find delta t again. Delta t will be what then? t2 minus t1. What's coming? 3 by 2 into f1 minus f2 minus 1 by 2 into f1 minus f2. So 3 minus 1, it will come as 2 by 2 into F1 minus F2. This gets cancelled. So again you can see that delta T is same what we were getting for maximum intensities. So for minimum intensities also, the delta T value is 1 by F1 minus F2. So frequency of getting minimum intensities also will be same only, because that also is 1 by delta T. So frequency again for beats is 1 by delta T, and that's coming F1 minus F2. Okay, so beat frequency basically is what? The difference in the frequencies of two sources. Okay, so this is called beat frequency, F1 minus F2. That is most important formula for this. Okay, now what kind of questions are asked in this? Now always the questions are asked regarding tuning forks. Two tuning forks are played. Okay, two tuning forks are played simultaneously. And they produce five beats per second. Now when they produce 5 beats per second means is what? The difference in the frequencies of two sources is 5. Okay, they produce 5 beats per second. Then if one of the fork is vexed, then beat frequency decreases. Right? If one of the fork of frequency 300 Hz is vexed, then beat frequency decreases. Find frequency of other fork. Okay, the simple question, but in this one there is a new thing that is added, is vexed. We are going to vex a tuning fork. What is the meaning of vexing? So vexing basically is applying wax on the fork. Applying wax on the fork. What happens then if you are applying wax on the fork? If you apply wax on the fork, the mass of the tuning fork increases. When mass of the tuning fork is increasing, means inertia of tuning fork is increasing. And when inertia of the tuning fork increases, its frequency decreases. So on waxing, frequency of the fork decreases. That's most important point. On waxing, frequency of tuning fork decreases. Okay, so let us see this question now. What this question is: tuning forks are played simultaneously. Let's say there are two tuning forks, A and B. Okay, there are two tuning forks, and frequency of tuning fork A is 300 Hz. Okay, now this A is producing 5 beats with tuning fork B. So that means possibility of the frequency of tuning fork B can be either 295 or 305 Hz. Okay, what are the possible things? You can have frequency either 295 or 305. Now, for deciding which one is the correct answer in this one, what is given to us? If the tuning fork of frequency 300 Hz is vexed, that means you are going to vex A. So if A is vexed, that means its frequency starts decreasing. That means it will become 299, 298, 297, like that it keeps on decreasing. Then what question is asking? If A is vexed, then beat frequency decreases. Okay, now check here. If I am going to consider 305 is the frequency of the beat, then see what is happening right now. When this is 305, right now what is beat frequency? 5. On waxing, this frequency is going to decrease. So 305 minus 299, it's 6. 305 minus 298, it is 7. 305 minus 297, it's 8. So beat frequency is moving ahead, or it's becoming more. It was 5, now it became 6, 7 and 8. So 305 cannot be our answer. Let's check with 295 now. Initially, what is the beat frequency here? 5. When you vexed A, its frequency became 299. Now what is the beat frequency? 4. Further, 298. What is the beat frequency? 3. 297. Now what is the beat frequency? 2. So initially 5 and now it keeps on decreasing. That's what the question is asking. So our answer for frequency of B is 295. Okay. Let's have another question here. Another question, we are going to use another term, and that term is filing. Okay. Now suppose again two tuning forks A and B are played together. Frequency of A is 200 Hertz and it produces 8 beats per second with B. If fork B is filed, beat frequency increases. Beat frequency increases. Find frequency of tuning fork B. Okay. Now here one other word is used, not vexing, it is filing. What is filing? First we need to understand. Filing means rubbing. Rubbing with what? Rubbing with something called sandpaper. If you all know what sandpaper is, if you are going to rub anything with the sandpaper, what happens is, from that particular material, unwanted particles are removed by sandpaper. Okay? If you are going to rub any particle with the sandpaper, then rough particles will be removed from that particular material. So if you are going to file the tuning fork, then what will happen? Unwanted particle will be removed. So because of that, what will happen? Mass will decrease. So if mass is going to decrease, inertia is going to decrease. And if inertia decreases, frequency increases. Okay? So filing does what? If you are filing a tuning fork, its frequency is going to increase. That's most important. Okay? Now let's apply this on this particular question. So it's given to us that frequency of A is 200 Hertz. And it's producing 8 beats with B. So that means possible frequency of B is either 192 Hertz or 208 Hertz. We have to find out which one is correct. So for that, what is given? Fork B is filed. We are filing B. When you file B, that means its frequency is going to increase. Fine. What he says? Fork B is filed, then beat frequency also increases. Now, what is the beat frequency right now? 8. I am going to file this B. So what will happen? Its frequency is going to increase. Suppose I assume it's 192. So what will happen to frequency? 193, 194. Its frequency is going to increase. Let's see beat frequency. Between these two beat frequencies, 8. Between these two beat frequency will become 7. Between these two frequencies becoming 6. So beat frequency increasing or decreasing? Decreasing. But what question is saying? Beat frequency increases. So that means this is not possible. It has to be the other one. 208. Let's check. If we are going to file this, it's going to become 209, 210. Okay. Now right now what is the beat frequency? 8. In this case 9. In this case 10. So is beat frequency increasing? Yes. So this is correct answer. Okay. This will be the correct answer. So these kinds of questions are asked in which either vexing will be done or filing will be done. Okay. So this is called beats. So in tomorrow's class or the next class, I'll tell you some difficult questions on beats, and along with that we will start Doppler effect. Okay, thanks for now.